So Tom is all jacked up. That's the easiest way to say. Um, what seems almost like just a few minutes ago, um, Emberwall had made his way to the throne room and saw everyone frozen, and stepped on the portal to the west, um, and has gotten to the great barren red valleys of the west. So, like many times he's done before, he's made his way across the great gorge of fire and come across the great red dragon. At the dragon's feet are animals and riches and food, like it has been promised. The one thing that you did wait for, you did happen to see Orion and Roar dropping off supplies like they have been promising to do. So they will then venture off and head back to town before you come up. So I assume that you let them pass without trying to do anything.
Yes.
So, I didn't think that was you to try to compromise. Roar does stop and sniff a little bit. That's through there, and then he's like, eh. So, and then they carry on. The dragon has sensed your presence coming up.
Okay.
So, and he expects you. He sits with two of his brood, with him or her. So, the red dragon is surprised that you were here so soon. And the first words out of his mouth is like, I hope that you've not graced my presence without what I requested.
I may be a dwarf and we may be stubborn, but we're not stupid. I would never come back to you without what I had promised you.
So the dragon says, I do not believe dwarves are stupid. They have created many a great hall that I've resided in over the years after I've ate them. So I would call you more tasty than stupid. But, and he crawls down. He says, so you have it?
I'm going to take out the book and extend my arm up to it.
So he sort of reels his nose away from it a little bit.
Okay.
And he goes, the stench of death is strong with what you pulled out. He said, and she goes, my children, do you smell it? Do you smell the smell of defeat? And the smell of decay? This is just a fraction of the power of Tiamat that's in this world. And thanks to our power and someday your power, we have compelled this dwarf to bring this to us. So lay it at my feet, Sir Dwarf.
Alright.
So do you want to do an insight or anything, or are you just going to go to do it?
Yep. No, I'll roll insight to see
how you
what I think about what she said.
How you feeling?
Yep. And that's a 13.
13. I will say, like you're still a little nervous. It's still a very, very big dragon, and and as you come up, you notice that there are things at the dragon's feet. Many, many things, as in piles and piles of bone.
Okay.
So the dragon notices you have noticed the bones, and he goes, ah, yes, yes. So it's like, my children and me have been busy since you made your promise. We have been collecting items so we can make our own friends so to speak, thanks to your gift.
Hmm.
So, so you can roll investigation if you wish to know more.
Investigation or perception?
Investigation.
A 9.
Um, anatomy has never been, something you've cared about. So you don't know
It's
how.
not made of metal.
Yeah, you don't know how many bones it takes to make a body. So you just know that there are hundreds of bones, and maybe thousands, probably more like hundreds of skulls of different beings and races. Or that's the easiest thing to notice. So you've laid the book at his feet.
Yeah.
The dragon takes his great claw and reaches and hooks the book and opens it up, and it's almost like this green poof comes out and opens. So, and it's like this sprinkles down this pale greenish white sort of essence. It's almost as if the bones themselves rattle around. And again, the dragon looks at her children and goes, laying on this pile of bones, being infused with this energy is almost as good as laying on gold, isn't it, right, kids? And they all sort of chuckle. It says, Sir Dwarf, I promised your regent that I would give her something in return for this favor. It's like, are you to be trusted with what I am to give her?
I only serve the regent.
It's like, he said, prepare yourself. And he starts flipping through the pages of the book. And the dragon reads. So he says, come here, my new friend.
Okay.
So you come close enough. So you come close enough, and you are within arm's reach of this great dragon, and he brings his wings up as he comes down closer to you. He takes his claw, the smallest of them, and puts it and points it on your chest. And he says some intangible words. And his great nail turns green and infuses you with something.
Okay.
Into your very soul. This is the last thing you remember. So we are going to jump back to Hubshot. You were inside of West Haven. So you
Okay.
see your regent frozen in time. There are many bear that are attacking the people of West Haven. You notice that all their throats are slashed. So but it was after. It does not look like it was after, like during the fight, because their people were slaughtered. When you were close to the regent, her eyes turn and meet yours. Then her head turns and meets yours. She opens her mouth, and from you, the green energy that has been into your chest flows out your chest, out your mouth, through her, and you black out, and you forget everything that has happened from the time that you met the dragon forward.
Okay.
Including your quest to claim the necromancer's book.
Okay.
So the only bad thing that has happened is that you feel weak. and Claire is still frozen in time, as far as you can tell, along with everyone else in West Haven. It's like, what do you wish to do?
Yeah, if I'm frozen in time, I can't remember anything. If I know she's frozen in time, my first instinct is to try to get her out of the city, out of the time stop.
Oh, so you want to remove her from the time stop?
Yeah.
Okay, like you can grab or remove her. Like she's like suspended in air, like casting a spell. So you want to try to carry this person in a time stop out?
To me, I'm trying to rescue my queen.
Okay. So you come to the edge. You come to the edge of the time bubble. So it reflects the world outside. It's all like water. It looks like a layer of water through bubble, like you're looking into the ocean. What would you like to do? Would you like to walk through it?
I am going to walk through it, but I am going to walk through it where I am pulling her where she's still facing the time bubble, where she's not facing me.
Okay.
So if her spell does go off when she goes through the time bubble, it won't hit me.
So okay. So so you pull her through, and once her entire body clears, it's like she casts Erupt Earth, and a great chasm just opens up and swallows a very, very large area. Using your passive investigation, you sort of realize that this gap would have swallowed up all of West Haven.
Okay.
So she stops and looks and realizes that she is not in West Haven. She looks at you and she goes, "Thank you for getting me out of the time stop. So I've been conscious there waiting for you, and you have done me a great favor. So I promise that you will be rewarded." So, do you happen to remember anything over the last few days?
No.
So,
I don't remember nothing.
So, do you remember how the time stop happened?
No.
So he says, go find Sir Charles. So I have a feeling that he needs you.
As you wish, my lady.
So, seek me out once you all have dealt with this time bubble. I believe I know that someone that might be able to help us in the future. So
I will do.
So do you? She says, "Leave me now," and she's still at the edge of the time bubble.
I do as she wishes.
All right. You're about 10, 15 feet. There's a path. You're heading towards the shrine. Roll for perception.
17.
You hear a great swoosh and flap sound. Do you turn around?
I do.
So Clara is gone. But the sound sounded like it was going upward. Do you look up?
I do.
Constitution saving throw, please.
23.
Oh. So, that's good. It's like, you stand there with your mouth open, gaping at what you see. You see your regent well over 100 feet up in the air, ascending with two great wings sprouted from her back, made of bone.
All right. Yep.
So, did you want to know what direction she's flying?
I would like to, yes.
So, would you care to make a guess what direction she's flying?
Towards the west.
Oh, so got it in one.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Okay.
so you want to go join your friends at the shrine?
Yep. Let's go.
And with that, we'll get there by this time. Like the long rest should be done, and we'll also talk about our 10 friend, who's still not given his 10 friend name, has taken Omni, or Omni.
At Omni.
Yeah, Omni. No, I can't think of a good play on words. Muggle Omni, because he has no magic. To Highborn, Omni is just in shock about the great number of books that he did not get to read on the way. Was it this Tin Man gave him another large number of scrolls and papers and books, and he takes them up to the Guardian. The Guardian happily agrees to let Omni in. So the Guardian also does not seem to be very fazed by this, the fact that the Omni's there. He asks Omni if he'd like something to drink, and he believes he knows what drink that Omni would love. So they sit down in a little teapot, and chairs appear with a reading station. So they sit. The Tin Man, I assume, sees this as he leaves. The Tin Man hears Omni says, "I think I might be able to finish this faster in 2 days. If I can I go check out the other books that I saw on the way?" And the door closes. The Tin Man assumes portal's back. And we will see everybody at the shrine.